Welcome to What If, a channel where we imagine the impossible, explore wild scenarios, and ask the big questions about our world. Ready? Let's dive in. The morning started like any other. The sun, a familiar ache behind your eyelids. You reached for your phone, still half asleep, and then it wasn't there. Your hand passed through it. Not a dream, not some bizarre glitch. Your fingers, your entire arm, slipped through the solid plastic and glass as if it were air. Panic, cold and sharp, seized you. You pulled back, stared, tried again. The phone was there, solid, real, but your hand was a ghost. For a single, terrifying minute, you could phase through solid matter. Then, as quickly as it came, it was gone, replaced by a tingling sensation, a warmth in your chest, and a sudden, undeniable urge to sing. A song you'd never heard, in a language you didn't know, but the melody was perfect, harmonious, and as it left your lips, the shattered mug on your nightstand knit itself back together, whole and gleaming. This is the question that haunts the edges of our reality, demanding an answer. What if you woke up with a random superpower every single day? Initially, the incidents would be isolated, baffling. People waking up with temporary, inexplicable abilities. A brief moment of flight here, a sudden burst of telekinesis there. Confusion would reign. Are we sick? Is this a mass hallucination? Doctors would be swamped with reports of impossible feats and strange sensations. Then would come the accidental, horrifying misuse. Someone with super strength unknowingly crushes their alarm clock and then their bed frame. Another, with pyrokinesis, inadvertently sets their curtains ablaze. Imagine a commuter on a packed train suddenly experiencing a brief, intense burst of super speed, causing a domino effect of human collisions. Or someone with sonic scream abilities, letting out a startled cry, shattering every window in a city block. These aren't intentional acts, but the world quickly fills with minor, then major catastrophes born of random, unmastered power. Next, societal breakdown. Trust would erode. No one could predict what power they'd have tomorrow or what their neighbor would possess. Infrastructure would falter. Who would dare operate heavy machinery or perform delicate surgery when a sudden bout of spontaneous combustion or gravitic manipulation could occur? Supply chains would collapse. Global communication would become a minefield of unpredictable electromagnetic interference or worse, weaponized broadcasts. Cities would become no-go zones, too densely populated for the risk. The rule of law would shatter, replaced by pockets of chaotic survival and fearful isolation. The aggregate effect of billions of random powers would then manifest on a global scale. Brief, localized weather manipulation over millions of people would shift global atmospheric patterns. Small-scale geomancy, multiplied by billions, would trigger unprecedented seismic activity or unexpected volcanic eruptions. The Earth itself, a resilient but finite system, would become a canvas for humanity's accidental daily whims. Oceans would boil in patches, forests would freeze for a day before returning to dust. The planet would struggle to find equilibrium against a constant, unpredictable barrage of energy and matter manipulation. Finally, a fragmented, hyper-vigilant world would emerge, the new normal. Life would be a daily gamble. Shelters would become mobile, built for rapid deployment and adaptable to unknown threats. Geneticists and neuroscientists would become the new high priests, desperately trying to understand and predict the power surge mechanism. Society would reorganize around a philosophy of extreme redundancy and isolation, where close proximity is a risk. Humanity would retreat into smaller, self-sufficient communities, always ready to evacuate, to adapt, to rebuild from scratch, knowing that tomorrow brings an entirely new set of rules. Imagine your brain, a supercomputer. Every night, it's not just defragging, it's getting an entire new operating system installed. And this OS isn't chosen by you, it's like a cosmic roulette wheel spinning every 24 hours. One day you might boot up with Flight OS, the next Telekinesis v3.0, then Pyrokinesis Lite. It's not just a software change, it's a complete hardware reconfiguration, a fleeting rewrite of your biological source code. Think of it like this. Your body is a radio, capable of tuning into an infinite number of frequencies, but instead of you picking the station, a cosmic hand arbitrarily twists to dial every morning, forcing you to broadcast a different type of energy, a different set of physical laws through your very being. Here's the mind-blowing part. The sheer energetic cost. Where does this daily energy come from? A body capable of flight or telekinesis requires a staggering amount of power, often far exceeding what basic metabolism provides. For a human to accelerate themselves to even modest flight speeds, the energy output would be equivalent to several dozen nuclear power plants briefly firing. If these powers are truly random and not drawing from some external source, then our bodies, for a single day, would become transient, impossibly efficient energy converters, burning through cellular resources at an unsustainable rate only to reset. The very physics of our existence would be rewriting itself daily, a brief, silent supernova of biological possibility before collapsing back to baseline, only to repeat. Phase 1. The peril. The first 48 hours. The first 48 hours would be pure, unadulterated chaos, a global tsunami of accidental destruction. Imagine billions of people, each a walking, ticking time bomb of unknown potential. Children, unable to control their emotional outbursts, might inadvertently vaporize their toys, or worse, their parents. Hospitals would become death traps, doctors suddenly manifesting healing touch on one hand and involuntary decay on the other. Airports would be ghost towns, or worse, scenes of horrific crashes as pilots briefly become intangible or spontaneously combust. The internet flooded with fragmented reports, panic, and then silence. Power grids would fail, overloaded by surges or disrupted by electromagnetic pulses from countless individuals. Buildings would warp, roads would buckle, entire neighborhoods would be leveled not by war, but by the cumulative, untamed energy of everyday people trying to make breakfast. The sheer statistical probability of catastrophic collisions of random, immense power would guarantee a global reset event, a rapid deconstruction of civilization as we know it, simply because too many people in too many places would wake up with too much power, too little control, and too little understanding. Phase 2. The adaptation. The next 10 years. Over the next decade, humanity would not just survive, it would fundamentally redefine itself. Cities, as we know them, would cease to exist. Instead, people would live in nomadic, decentralized communities, constantly on the move, or in modular, self-contained units designed for rapid reconfiguration or evacuation. The safe room would no longer be about intruders, it would be about you. Every home would feature designated power neutralization zones, perhaps rooms lined with lead or advanced energy-absorbing materials, where individuals could retreat upon waking to safely discover and expend their daily power without harming others or themselves. Prediction would become the ultimate science. Neural networks fed with global data on individual power manifestations would attempt to find patterns, however fleeting, or at least categorize the potential dangers. Genetics would shift from disease eradication to power management, seeking ways to dampen or channel the daily influx of abilities. Society would value adaptability, resilience, and above all, distance. Social gatherings would be carefully orchestrated, open-air events with significant spacing. Children would be taught from birth not just to control their bodies, but to anticipate the daily unknown, to identify their power early and to use it for the collective good, or at least to minimize its destructive potential. Special units composed of individuals who wake up with unique power dampening or power transfer abilities would become essential first responders, literally containing the daily chaos. The narrative of superpowers often focuses on heroes and villains, on chosen ones and destiny. But what if the greatest power and the greatest threat lay not in a singular gift, but in the sheer, unbridled, unpredictable randomness of everyday existence? What if true strength wasn't about controlling one ability, but about adapting to every ability? This scenario reveals that humanity's ultimate superpower might just be its profound capacity for resilience, for reinvention, and for finding order in the most beautiful, terrifying, and utterly chaotic of futures. But what if the randomness wasn't random at all? What if, every day, your superpower was a direct karmic reflection of your deepest, most hidden desire? Thanks for watching! Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and most important, drop your wildest what-if idea in the comments. And be sure to ring the bell so you never miss a new video. See you in the next adventure!